with this jungler. Really a good pick coming from EVOS Singapore. They know they have to pay attention, okay, with this Luna. Oh, and Grok.
Okay.
Gonna be the last pick for Execration. Interesting pick. We didn't see a lot of Grok, okay, in MPL. Maybe in MPL Indonesia or maybe in MPL Singapore as well, or even though MPL Philippines. We just we saw a lot of Glue, we saw a lot of Kuvra as well for the current meta, but Grok is gonna be 100% interesting pick for Execration.
Yeah, I thought that Chaknu will play Popol and Koopa, but boy was I wrong. They picked out Grok. Okay, looking at the compositions here, guys. Arashi, tell me your short brief of your insights here. Which one do you prefer?
I think, again, if EVOS Singapore known for playing back to team fights, I think Execration has a real good chance of, even before like winning the league in team fights, actually taking control of the game with their aggressive style. So I'm on the side of Execration.
What about you, Monica?
I think Execration has a really good draft here, but I don't know. I kind of know about this Grok though. How about you?
Personally, looking at the composition, it could go either way if they could translate it. But personally, I like EVOS's composition. I like EVOS's composition more.
Okay, let's see. Let's go jump into the Land of Dawn, our first game of Best of 3 series for our 4 match for today, guys. Look at that Chaknu with this Grok. He already started to, just trying to give a lot of distraction as well towards the Potato. He doesn't want to let Potato have a lot of space as well in the early stage just to scaling his item.
Yeah, he's trying to basically open the map, trying to give information that the jungler's position, but we can see here both roamers, Grok and Jawhead, having to trade damage in a sense. But yeah, other than that, there's nothing interesting. But meanwhile, top side, Esmeralda, Lapu is getting pressured because Esmeralda could clear the minion wave fairly fast than Lapu. Well, I guess both is fast clearing hero. But yeah, we can see both junglers being happy, just farming right now. And Arashi, again, any thoughts on the composition?
I mean, knowing Renzio, I think he's just playing it safe until level 4. Once he has his bravest fighter, he might go aggressive to shut down Soul before he actually scales longer into the late game, right? So, again, taking control of the game early on.
Yeah, I think Execration, they have a lot of potential in the early stages. They have this Chaknu, they have this Kelfiji as well with his Benedetta. And Eve especially has a burst damage in the early stage. But the problem is, EVOS Singapore, if they can drag this game into the late game, I think they still have a lot of advantage as well.
And here we see like the classic Singaporean move where they actually go for pressure when turtle is up.
But
look at that, it's gonna be another, maybe I could say a good ejector coming from GPL. The first blood goes into the hand of EVOS Singapore.
Yeah, but right now, Execration being a man down, I think EVOS will gladly take that advantage and look to target this first turtle, guys. But of course, Execration still wants to buy time. But there you go, 4 members already zoning out this turtle area. Kill VJ being Benedetta. Trying to, it happens that EVOS do not want to take the gamble here. They just reset the turtle here.
Again, in Singapore, it's paramount for them to actually, they spend a lot of time trying to secure the turtle, making sure that they always get it without losing a team fight. Because that's how the region generally plays.
They want to play it safe, and another ejector coming from GPL towards this Chaknu. But it's gonna be a good follow coming from Soul. Comes in with the, I could say maybe a good jump as well from this Esmeralda with the Falling Star Moon.
Yeah. Exactly. That makes our Chaknu recalls right now, but we see no team fights, we see no commitments. I think both teams want to play it safe, especially in the early game. Well, any thoughts, Arashi here on this?
I think this is like the calm before the storm, because once one team commits for this, hold up.
Well, it's gonna be 1v1 situation with Pokemon.
And Death Sonata kills, or basically takes down Kill VJ, and 0-1-0 as a Benedetta player is not what you want. Right now, Execration is trying to make something. Benedetta, without his buffs, is trying to clear the minions, trying to farm, but yeah, I think from the items, there is nothing special here, Arashi.
I mean, early on, Clock of Destiny is secured for Pokemon, as well as the Enchanted Tome for girls. So again,
Enchanted Talisman? Yeah.
Enchanted Talisman, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, Enchanted Talisman
the
for
cooldown reduction. Yeah, but Chaknu is gonna be the next target, will be down. 8 Max, he just hiding inside the bush here, but GPL just realized it. With the good ejector coming from this Jawhead, it's gonna be 2 member down for Execration now. It's really a bad situation for them. How do they come back with this kind of, maybe I could say an aggressive gameplay coming from Esports Singapore?
6-0 as of right now. I mean, from the compositions, I do prefer.
Diamond Force, another Diamond Force is being popped up by this Kalra, but he's just, maybe not really having a good damage there.
Yeah, he was offside somehow, but then again, 7-0 here, and EVOS is basically controlling the early game right now. 4 members or 3 members is already zoning out the bottom turret. 2 members recall,
and it's quite costly for Calvert to do that because he actually is already behind. Now he's 0-2, and he did use Purify in that fight, and so he's in a pretty tough spot right now.
Yeah, but we can see KillVJ trying to target Esmeralda somehow, for some reason, because Esmeralda is already tanky being behind in gold. I mean, 5k difference just entered minute number 5.
Oh, but Pokemon comes in with the Chaos Assault and also good ejector with the unstoppable force comes from GPL here. But meanwhile, Pokemon is going to be shut down in the mid lane just now with Girl as well. It's going to be 2 member down, 2-for-1 Execration. Finally, they made some move here.
Yeah.
That fight was looking very good for EVOS Singapore, but then out of nowhere, Chaknu with the Chak attack just dashes in and knocks 2 people up, and they get the fight turned around just like that.
Yep. Execration, they have to be careful. They have to do something here. They have to make, maybe trying to find another momentum here to make a good comeback for Execration, because if they drag this game into the late game, EVOS Singapore, they have a lot of, I could say maybe guarantee for the late game. They have this Esmeralda. This Esmeralda is gonna be so tanky, guys. And Potato as well. Okay, with 1-0-4 KDA is really a good KDA for marksman in the early stage.
Yeah, and I have to. Well, there's some bug here, right now. We
Yep.
don't know what's happening. But yeah, looking at the stats, I mean, E2 Max is not having a good game at this point. 0-3-0 as a EVE player is not very good, especially if you're after level 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, guys, right now, EVOS Singapore could, I think they could handle the game well.
Yeah, they are trying to dominate the stage here. Even though we know most of their competition is really going into the late game. But so, it's going to be shut down in the top lane just now. And it's going to be 1-for-1 trade as the same thing goes into the bottom lane.
Yeah, I think they're trading turrets, but EVOS Singapore gets that tier 2 turret top side. And meanwhile, Execration only gets 1 kill and 1 tier 1 turret bottom side here. So, but oh my god, KillVJ manages to secure the buff
GPL,
from the Ranger.
Another ejector comes from GPL here. E2 Max need to stop him with that really a good slow effect coming from this EVE. And luckily, there's no follow-up coming from EVOS Singapore. After the ejector comes from the Jowhead EVE, there's some follow-up coming from EVOS Singapore. I think EVOS Singapore still could have 1 point, another point from Execration here.
I agree. But yeah, there you go. Both teams right now. Execration, and they are trying to find wars, trying to find good pickoffs basically, but still struggling to do so as the gold is behind by 4k. I'm just excited. I can't wait to see the items, guys.
Yeah, it's just so annoying. Look at the GPL. This guy, he doesn't want to stop, okay? He just keep bothering all of the members from Execration. He didn't want to let them to maybe have a lot of space as well to farm, especially for this Rangio, because Rangio and also Kelra could be a hope for Execration going into the late game.
Yeah, I mean, as a Jawhead and in a leading team is so very, very good. I mean, could zone out players, 5 members even, but yeah, we can see here fight action. Evo pops up and real world manipulation. Soul is the next target from Execration.
Oh, but it's gonna be a good Walter coming from Chakno as well. Soul is going to, yeah, it's down. And now Pokemon is gonna be the next target for Execration. Oh, look at that, the really good brave fighter coming from Renzio. He really wants more, and it's gonna be still 1-for-1, 2 member down for EVOS Singapore. And Execration now, they are trying to find a way how to shut down 1 by 1 the member from EVOS Singapore. I think that's the thing that they can do right now for current situation, right?
Definitely a good play for to punish the aggression from EVOS Singapore because they were going a bit too aggressive. And here, once again,
really a good combo coming from. Yeah, G has to take down here, and look at that. But it's gonna be another threat as well coming from EVOS Singapore. Kelra, he doesn't have the Talmud Force. Okay, he already used it when he shut down this GPL, but still, it's gonna still be maybe.
Still, yeah, I think that team fight was for the side, was an advantage for the side of EVOS Singapore. But we can see Execration do not want to give this Lord for free. And yeah, we can see the rotations from KillVJ from the other 3 members. But yeah, Lord has been resetted by EVOS Singapore.
Yeah, they just want to bait this Lord, okay? They want to at least maybe trying to make some move for Execration to just, waste a lot of resource skill before they started to have a war. The Chakno already used his wild charge, and Orange Geo came as well from the behind with the braver fighter KillVJ. He just dived too far though, actually. It's almost though. It was too close. It was too close for KillVJ, but Potato gonna be the first target, will be shut down by Execration.
Potato is basically the only casualty of that war, and that is what Execration needed. But here, Arashi, Adams, talk to me.
So Harris has, even though he is actually Kelra on 3-on-3 right now, he's actually quite farmed up. He has 3 of his core items already completed, so he's really skating very well into the late game. But the issue is that the Esmeralda and the Chango on the side of EVOS Singapore as well, already with the NOD.
Yeah.
But yeah,
look at that. It's gonna be another Orphanita coming from Execration, and Lord is already being secured by the Execration. EVOS Singapore, they already lose their momentum, and Pokemon's gonna be the next target, will be shut down by Execration. A good ejector coming from PPL, but there's no follow-up coming from EVOS Singapore. So it's gonna be the next target down as well. Execration, even though they have to lose Rangio, but they got the Lord, okay? It's gonna be maybe another buying time as well for Execration to come back.
They got the Lord, they got 2 members, and right now look at the gold, guys. Execration is coming back to this game, and they are basically now in control of the mid game. EVOS lost their momentum.
Yep, like RC mentioned earlier, maybe for Singapore they need that Necklace of Durance.
Yeah, and I've seen, look at the gold, guys. I mean, Ranger is still on top, but top 4, 3 members are from the side of Execration. So this is a huge build-up from the Execration side, and we can see already pressuring with the Lord being at the bottom lane, marching down the bottom lane, guys.
Yep, now EVOS Singapore, they have to find a way how to shut down Kelra or maybe kill Fiji in the first place. They cannot, maybe they don't have to care about E2 max at the backline here, but Ejector comes again from GPL. Chakno can still run away with the wall charge. Lord is still staying at the bottom lane here, even though Kelra, look at that with the Zamor first go up. It's not easy to shut down this guy, okay? Now EVOS Singapore, they have to find a way how to stop the regeneration HP they're coming from Execration. Arashi.
Actually, that was a very well played fight by Execration, because if you notice, Terra used the Zaman Force, but he was actually focusing on the tower instead of actually going to go for kills. So again, very wise play, knowing that the inhibitor turret, the base turret, is actually so important. So opting to take that over any kill in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, the Lord was not in hand, so it does not charge, and getting 1 innovator with a chargeless Lord is a huge benefit or advantage.
Yep, but you guys need to remember, EVOS Singapore, they still have a high ground here, okay? They still have this Pokemon. Can use that Brilliant of Order to just clear the minion as soon as possible. And they also have this girl, okay? This Chang with the Meteor Shower. It's not gonna be easy for Execration to just maybe trying to shut down all of the inhibitor turret from EVOS Singapore.
Now look at the damage dealt. Lunox is the top as of right now, and if we take a look at the damage taken here, guys, 2 members from Execration is at the top 3 basically. So yeah, the Grok being at the top.
I mean, it shows, right? Because the Chaknu with being so aggressive, actually taking so much punishment, being at the front, no regard for his own safety, and actually opening up the map for his team. It's exactly why EVOS is getting pressured so hard right now.
And only died twice, or they got taken down twice rather, while taking so much damage. So it's a huge effective play from Chaknu.
Yeah, now Execration, they just need to maybe buying a lot of time until the next Lord pops up. Here, EVOS Singapore, they have to be careful, especially with this Kelra positioning, okay? He's just too good. This Harriet, he doesn't want to stop diving inside the inhibitor threat of EVOS Singapore. And look at that. Execration, they want to play it, maybe I could say objectively. They just want to care about how we take down that turret in the mid lane here, because that's the most crucial part, okay? Execration, if they can take down that middle turret, I can say that they maybe control all like 70% of the map here.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the goal here, Rashi, only 2K, but still EVOS could still turn this around if Execration blunders. So what are the winning conditions from EVOS Singapore?
For EVOS Singapore, they need to actually obviously shut down Kelra, for sure. But then they need to be careful about Grok and careful from the catch potential from the Eve on the side of Execration, right? Because they do like to play aggressively, and if you're caught out of position, Eve usually also builds good items with slows, and so if you get out of position and you get caught in the real world manipulation, it's you gotta avoid that.
Yeah, maybe Execration they want to make some I could say distraction as well with this Kel Fiji.
Yeah.
You know, Benedict he can jump in with the
Final blow
as well to make some distraction. He can target Pokemon at the backline or maybe a girl as a jungler. But the problem is Execration they still have this Harit.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it could be I could say maybe a main damage dealer right now for Execration. But Chakno already used his Vultures, just need to run away.
Yeah, just to escape the pressure there. He does not want to risk it. But yeah, again, I want to see the equipment, guys, because right now the Lord has spawned and both teams are still trying to basically find a window.
Going into the 16 minutes game right now, and EVOS Singapore, maybe we just want to see if they already have one Nichols of Durance, especially to shut down the regeneration coming from Kalra and also Rengio.
Yeah,
look at that.
See, fight has been emerged right now.
Oh, the wild charge hit 3 members from EVOS Singapore, but E2 Max is just too free at the backline with the real world manipulation, and Pokemon is gonna be shut down here. EVOS Singapore now they only have 4 members. Potato, oh look at that! Look at the joke they're coming from Potato, but Renzio still have that flicker as well. Oh my God, it's gonna be a nightmare for EVOS Singapore. Look at that Kel Fiji with the final blow comes and trying to catch that Soul, but Soul can just run away with the Falling Starman, and even though we see a lot of resource skill that Soul used just now.
2 members are down, but we can see Renzi opening up fights and Chaknu is just being the front liner.
No, the wild charge again and again. Chaknu trying to stop the actually GPL with that Jawhead, but Immortality will down from GPL and Soul almost. Now, EVOS Singapore, they have to find a way how to defend their base because look at that. Yeah, look at the Execration. They're just trying to focus how to end this game, trying to shut down or maybe even though trying to stop all of the members they're coming from EVOS Singapore. But Pokemon comes right into the perfect timing there, okay?
Pokemon comes in clutch for his team. I mean, it was some sort of a gamble right then and there. Thankfully for EVOS Singapore, they managed to clear the minions so to relieve off the pressure. But yeah, right now, both teams resetting with Execration having more control. But EVOS, they are looking to take the gamble here, being 1 man up, taking the Lord, guys.
Yep. Now, Execration, they don't have any, maybe a lot of option. They have to counter a bit.
Oh my
Lord!
God!
Oh, it's already being stolen by Benedetta. It's really a good move when they're coming from Execration. They want to force the team fight here. Potato will gonna be shouted down, and it's gonna be a nightmare for EVOS Singapore. 3 member down, and Soul is gonna be the next target. Wow, Maniac, they're coming from Kelra. This is what I said. Okay, EVOS Singapore, they have to find a way how to stop this Kelra, but they don't have an answer for it. RSG. Wow.
Again, in this fight, it's just unfortunate. Like it all began with that earlier fight.
Oh,
where
Meteor Shower. I don't think it's gonna be maybe not a lot of things to do from EVOS Singapore.
Game number 1, Execration closes the gap or basically start to win game number 1. 1-0 right now. Execration wins comfortably, guys.
Wow, look at that. Only with